God is stirring something in your spirit right now, and you can feel it even if you're trying to pretend you don't. There is a reason your heart has been unsettled. There is a reason your discernment has been louder lately. There is a reason your peace has felt strange around that person. God is not revealing this to punish you, but to protect you. Because He cares for you in ways deeper than you've ever understood. He sees what you've overlooked. He hears the conversations you never knew happened. He watches the intentions that never match the words. And He says to you today, I know His heart, even when He hides it from you. You've been carrying questions that felt too heavy for one person to hold. You wondered if maybe you were imagining things. You wondered if maybe your sensitivity was a weakness. You wondered if maybe you were being too emotional. But God is whispering into that place inside you that has been quietly aching, you were not wrong. I was speaking to you all along. He knows how you tried to see the good. He knows how much patience you gave. He knows how long you waited for effort, truth, consistency, and emotional honesty. And because He cares for you deeply, He will not allow your heart to remain tied to intentions that were never aligned with you. God has watched the moments where you stayed up late replaying conversations. He saw how you noticed shifts in His tone. Small changes in behavior, inconsistencies in His actions. You brushed them aside because you wanted to believe the best. But God kept sending signs, nudges, visions in your spirit, and a restlessness in your heart because He wanted you to see what He has been seeing all along. And now, God is preparing to reveal something that will shock you, not because it is meant to break you, but because it is meant to free you. Sometimes truth comes like a quiet dawn. Sometimes it comes like a sudden storm. This time, God says the truth will come in a way you cannot ignore. Something hidden, something covered, something spoken behind your back, something done in silence, God is bringing it into the open. Not to embarrass you, but to elevate you. Not to shake your confidence, but to strengthen your discernment. Not to destroy what you feel, but to protect what you deserve. Because where your heart was loyal, His motives were divided. Where your intentions were pure, His were shifting. Where your love spoke openly, His silence carried meaning. God cares for you too much to let you stay blind to something that will not serve your destiny. He says to you, I have seen His real heart, and you will see it soon. You may have held on because you feared the truth would hurt. But the truth will heal you. The truth will release you. The truth will reposition you. What you thought was a loss will become a redirection. What felt like God taking something away will actually be God protecting you from a future that would have broken you in ways you can't imagine. You've been patient with someone who mistook your patience for permission. You tried to find balance with someone who enjoyed the comfort you provided but never matched your effort. And God says, I will not let you sow into a heart that has no intention of growing with you. You have cried enough. You have questioned enough. You have waited enough. You have fought for clarity long enough. This is the season where God steps in and says, "No more confusion. No more pretending. No more mixed signals. No more half-truths." God is about to show you what you could not see on your own. A message, a moment, a slip of the tongue, a sudden confession, a strange shift, something is coming that will expose emotions, motivations, loyalties, and hidden actions. Not so you can be angry. Not so you can feel betrayed. But so you can understand why God has been unsettling your spirit. You were not crazy. You were not paranoid. You were not too much. You were spiritually alert. You were divinely warned. You were protected before you even knew from what. There is someone in your life whose outside does not match their inside. Someone whose charm covered their intentions. Someone whose words were sweet but whose heart was double-minded. God is saying, "Because I care for you, I will not allow the disguise to keep fooling you. The truth is not coming to hurt you, it's coming to deliver you. You gave that person pieces of your heart because you believed their sincerity. You gave them grace because you hoped their wounds would heal. You gave them time because you believed consistency would come. But while you were building, they were balancing. While you were investing, they were deciding. While you were choosing them, they were choosing convenience. God is not exposing this to humiliate you. He is exposing it to save you. He knows the future conversations that would have broken you. He knows the disappointments that were waiting down the road. He knows the loyalty you would have given to someone who wasn't built to hold it. God is stopping you now because He sees the heartbreak that would have been worse later. You may feel something shifting already. You may feel your spirit preparing itself for something you can't yet articulate. You may feel God pulling you away emotionally before the truth arrives physically. That's because God always prepares your heart before He reveals what your eyes need to see, and God says, "Do not fear the truth. Fear staying where truth is not." You have outgrown the version of yourself that tolerated emotional laziness. You have outgrown the version of yourself that settled for temporary affection. You have outgrown the version of yourself that believed excuses. You have outgrown the version of yourself that saw potential and called it reality. God is not calling you to be strong this time. He is calling you to be wise. Strength kept you holding on. Wisdom will help you let go. Do not worry about the shock that is coming. Do not fear the revelation. Do not panic when the truth appears unexpectedly. Because even though it will surprise you, it will not destroy you. You will realize that God's protection was already surrounding you. You will realize that your intuition was accurate. You will realize that God's voice was guiding you all along. There will be a moment soon, clear, undeniable, unshakable, that will answer every question you've been carrying. Something He says. Something He does. Something He reveals by accident. Something someone else mentions. Something you notice suddenly. Something that clicks inside of you. And you will say, God, I see it now. I understand. God is not revealing this because He wants your heart to break. He is revealing this because He wants your heart to be free. Free from manipulation. Free from uncertainty. Free from someone who enjoys your presence but does not value your soul. Someone who takes comfort from you but does not offer stability. Someone who gives enough to keep you hopeful but not enough to keep you secure. Someone who knows you deserve more but hopes you won't realize it. God says, you will not stay where your worth is questioned. You will not remain in spaces where you carry all the emotional weight. You will not continue conversations where you always explain how you feel and never receive the same openness. You will not keep holding on to someone who treats your heart like an option, because God cares for you too deeply to let your destiny be delayed by someone whose loyalty is inconsistent. The shocking truth that is coming will bring clarity. It will bring closure. It will bring confirmation. But most of all, it will bring courage, the courage to walk away from what you've outgrown, the courage to stop fighting for someone who was never fighting for you, the courage to choose yourself with the same intensity you once chose them, and after the truth comes, God will begin rebuilding you. He will restore your confidence. He will renew your spirit. He will remind you of your value. He will show you why the separation was necessary. He will reveal the blessings that were being blocked by this connection. He will open doors that this person could not walk through with you. He will bring someone whose intentions align with your heart, not just their convenience, but first, the revelation. First, the truth. First, the exposure of motives that were carefully hidden. And when it comes, you will know without doubt that it was God. You will realize He was protecting you, not punishing you. You will understand why He disrupted your peace, because He wanted to save your future. God says, I care for you. That is why the truth must come. God is preparing your heart even now, softening it in some places and strengthening it in others, because what is coming will require clarity, not confusion, peace, not panic, perspective, not fear. You may not realize it, but He has been gently shifting your emotions so that when the truth arrives, it will not devastate you, it will liberate you. You are being spiritually untangled from a connection that was never meant to hold your destiny. You can feel it, the pull, the distance, the uneasiness that has no explanation. That is God removing the weight that should have never been on your heart in the first place. There were moments when you thought things were improving, moments when His words sounded sincere. Moments when His tone seemed warm again. But God saw behind the temporary gestures. God saw that the change was not commitment, it was convenience. God saw that the apology was not transformation, it was comfort. God saw that the closeness was not connection, it was distraction. And because He knows the truth that you do not yet see, He is not letting you settle for illusions painted as promises. You have been carrying a hope that God is now asking you to release. Not because the hope was wrong, but because the person you placed it in was not ready, not willing, and not aligned with your purpose. God says, I am not taking hope from you, I am redirecting it. You were hoping for consistency from someone who has not found consistency within himself. You were hoping for loyalty from someone who still confuses attention with commitment. You were hoping for emotional maturity from someone who has not even faced his own pain. And God is saying, your hope is precious. It deserves a safer place to rest. There is a part of you that already senses what is coming. You've ignored the tone shift. You've overlooked the sudden distance. You've forgiven the unexplained coldness. You've excused the moments where he seemed emotionally unavailable, detached, occupied with something unsaid. But God is highlighting these changes because they are not coincidences, they are signs. Signs that something within him is conflicted. Signs that his heart is not moving in the same direction as yours. Signs that God is preparing to reveal what has been hidden beneath the surface. The shocking truth God is bringing will not come to destroy the connection, it will come to reveal its foundation. You will understand whether His presence in your life was purpose or temporary comfort. Whether He was meant to grow with you or merely pass through. Whether His intentions were real or rehearsed. Whether He was holding on to you or holding on to the benefits of you, God has watched how deeply you feel. How deeply you give. How deeply you love. And because your heart is sensitive, God will not allow someone to misuse that sensitivity. Your softness is not a weakness, it is a gift. But gifts must be guarded. Not thrown into the hands of someone who has not learned how to value anything delicate. You may think the truth will break you, but in reality it will make you. It will make your spirit sharper. It will make your boundaries stronger. It will make your confidence unshakable. You will look back and realize that God did not expose this to hurt you, He exposed it because He knew this would have hurt more in the future. The later the truth comes, the deeper the wound becomes. That is why God is revealing it now, while you are still strong enough to stand, strong enough to walk away, strong enough to choose peace over fear. Something in your life is about to shift quickly. A conversation. A confession. An unexpected message. A moment where something slips out. Something you discover accidentally. Something He reveals without intending to. Something you observe that suddenly makes everything click into place. And God will whisper, "This is it. This is what I was preparing you for. Do not fear it. Do not run from it. Do not try to reinterpret it into something less than what it is." God is sending the truth in its raw form so you can see clearly, decide clearly, and move forward clearly. You deserve clarity that does not come with conditions. You deserve answers that do not come with confusion. You deserve truth that does not disguise itself as tenderness. There is a path opening for you, a path that this person cannot walk with you unless he confronts his own heart. And God knows he is not ready for that confrontation yet. You cannot carry him into a future he has not prepared himself for. You cannot keep waiting for someone who has not even admitted to himself what he truly wants. God is not punishing him. God is growing him, but you cannot pause your life waiting for someone still battling his own shadows, so the revelation is coming to release you both. To free you from expectations he cannot meet, and to free him from pretending he can meet them. You will see his real heart, not to judge him, but to understand him. Not to blame him, but to finally let go of the weight of hoping he will change, and after the truth comes, something beautiful will happen. You will feel lighter. You will feel clearer. You will feel strangely relieved, even if the truth stings at first. Because your spirit already knew. You were just waiting for your eyes to catch up. There is something sacred happening inside you right now, even if you feel tired, even if you feel confused, even if your heart is still holding on to the last threads of hope. God is not letting you walk into the future blind. He is untying every knot, loosening every emotional attachment that has been weighing your spirit down, and preparing you for a level of peace you have not experienced in years. The revelation that is coming is not meant to leave you empty. It is meant to create space for what is truly meant for you. God knows how much you invested. He saw the way you prayed for clarity, for healing, for direction. He watched you try to hold the connection together even when you were the only one reaching. He felt the silent tears you wiped away so no one would see. He heard the questions you asked in the dark. Why is he acting different? Why do I feel something is off? Why am I the only one trying? God never ignored those questions. He has been answering them slowly, quietly, gently, preparing you so that when the truth arrives, you will not break, but rise. Your heart is stronger now than it was months ago, though you may not see it yet. You have grown through confusion. You have grown through silence. You have grown through emotional imbalance. And God is about to show you why all of this had to happen the way it did. You were being trained to see beyond words. You were being trained to recognize energy. You were being trained to trust discernment over emotion. You were being trained to stop giving chances where consistency does not exist. The truth that is coming may shock you, but it will not surprise your spirit. Your soul already knows. Your intuition has been whispering. Your dreams have been hinting. Your peace has been shaking. God is simply aligning your vision with what your spirit already discerned. And when you finally see it, something deep inside you will release, a weight, a fear, an attachment, an expectation. It will slip out of your heart so quietly you will wonder how you carried it for so long. The moment of revelation will be a turning point. Not a breakdown. not a heartbreak. A turning point. A shift in your identity. A shift in your emotional boundaries. A shift in the way you value yourself. A shift in what you allow and what you refuse to entertain ever again. God is not just exposing someone's intentions, He is elevating your own understanding of love, worth, and destiny. This experience is changing you in ways that will bless your future relationships, your self-respect, and your spiritual awareness. God says, I will show you the truth because your future cannot be built on confusion. You may see something you didn't expect, a hidden conversation, a divided loyalty, a truth he tried to cover, a moment where his heart reveals itself without meaning to. Whatever it is, it will open your eyes instantly. You will not have to question it. You will not debate it. You will not need confirmation from anyone else. It will be clear, undeniable, and final, and after this truth is revealed, you will walk differently, lighter, stronger, wiser. You will not chase clarity. You will not beg for answers. You will not cling to someone who cannot meet you at the level of your soul. Instead, you will step into the version of yourself God has been shaping in silence, bold, discerning, peaceful, grounded, spiritually awakened. The truth will hurt only for a moment. But the clarity will heal you for a lifetime. You will realize that God was never taking something away, He was removing what was blocking the blessing. He was removing the emotional fog that kept you stuck. He was removing the person who stretched your heart but never held it. He was removing the attachment that kept you from stepping into the relationship, the love, the alignment that will actually honor your heart. And here is the miracle: after the shock settles, after the understanding settles, after the tears, if they come, dry, you will feel God's presence wrapping around you in a new way. You will feel Him whisper, "Now you are free. Now you can receive better. Now you are ready." Because the truth is not the ending. It is the unlocking. It is the release. It is the doorway to everything that will finally make sense. In time, not immediately, but in God's perfect timing, someone will appear whose intentions are clear, whose heart matches their actions, whose words do not confuse you, whose presence brings peace instead of anxiety, clarity instead of guessing, effort instead of excuses. Someone who doesn't take your love as a convenience. Someone who doesn't hide you while claiming you. Someone who doesn't enjoy you while withholding commitment. Someone whose heart aligns with God's plan for you, not fights against it. But before that blessing arrives, God must clear the space. He must show you the truth of the one whose heart He has been watching closely. And when that truth comes, you will understand why God had to do this. Why He had to separate you. Why He had to reveal what He saw. Why He had to disrupt your peace temporarily to restore it permanently. You are not losing anything. You are being rescued. You are being repositioned. You are being realigned. You are being protected from a future that would have drained you. God is not ending something, He is beginning something new. He cares for you too deeply to let you remain attached to someone whose real heart does not match the love you carry, and so, the shocking truth will come, not to shake you, but to free you. Not to break you, but to build you. Not to ruin your story, but to rewrite your beginning. You will rise from this with clarity, with strength, with a heart no longer confused, no longer waiting, no longer tied to someone who cannot walk your path. God says, the truth is coming. And when it comes, you will finally be able to move toward the love I prepared for you all along.